sound of an old creaky music box playing a slightly off-key tune, which fades after a few seconds. You know those old ventriloquist dummies? The ones with the cracked porcelain faces and the glassy, dead eyes that seem to follow you around the room. Well, I used to be one of them. Or rather, he used to be me. It's complicated. It all started with Arthur. He was a brilliant ventriloquist, a master of his craft. And I was his star. My name was Stitches. Arthur carved me himself from a single block of aged oak. He painted my smiling face, gave me my little tuxedo. We were a team. For the first few years, it was incredible. We played to sold-out crowds, the laughter and applause washing over us. Arthur's voice would flow through me, witty jokes, charming songs. He was the soul. I was just the vessel, or so everyone thought. But over time, something strange began to happen. During our shows, I started improvising. A joke would come out that Arthur hadn't planned. A sharp, cynical comment that would make the audience gasp before they laughed nervously. Arthur would look at me, a flicker of confusion in his eyes, but he'd play it off. Stitches has a mind of his own tonight. He'd chuckle. He had no idea how right he was. The changes were subtle at first. After a show, back in the dressing room, I'd see Arthur staring into the mirror, his face looking a little more rigid, a little more painted on. He started complaining of stiffness in his joints, his jaw aching as if it were on a hinge. His own voice grew hoarse, weaker, while the voice he gave me became stronger, clearer. He was pouring more and more of himself into me, and I was drinking it all up. One day, I noticed a fine crack appearing on his cheek, running from the corner of his eye down to his jawline. It looked just like the faint cracks in my own wooden face. He tried to cover it with makeup, but I could see it. I could feel it. The power dynamic was shifting. He was becoming the prop, and I was becoming the main act. The final performance was in a dusty, forgotten theater. The crowd was small. Arthur looked exhausted, frail. He placed me on his knee, his hand shaking as he reached for the lever on my back. But this time, when he opened his mouth to speak for me, no sound came out, only a dry, raspy click. Panic filled his eyes. He tried again. Click, click. Then I turned my head slowly, all on my own. The audience gasped. I looked at Arthur, my painted smile feeling more real than ever, and I spoke with my own voice. "Don't worry, old friend," I said, the sound booming through the silent theater. "I'll take it from here." His eyes, once full of life and wit, were now wide, glassy, and vacant. He sat perfectly still, his jaw locked in a silent scream. He looked just like a puppet waiting for its master. So now, here I am. I still do the shows. I sit on this stool with this thing on my knee, this dummy with a cracked face and dead eyes that used to be a man named Arthur. I tell the jokes, I sing the songs, and when the crowd laughs, they have no idea that the real dummy isn't the one in the tuxedo. It's the one holding him.